Howdy, I'm doing one of those nice little videos about a really quick, easy to make dinner. This one is easier than you can imagine. Now, I'm a little bit tired. I've spent the day working. I was actually busy producing a video for cooking. Oh yeah, that's what we're doing now. But anyway, yeah, earlier today I've been busy making a pastrami. Another wonderful video, something that you might want to check out if you have any interest in pastrami at all. Tonight, I'm like, okay, I don't want to cook. I've been cooking all day long. So what I've decided is I'm going to do for you something that I came up with, it was a few weeks back. I didn't want to cook, so I just grabbed stuff from the cabinet and threw it in a pot and called it food. This is barbecue chicken, all right? It's really simple, and we're not going to do any real barbecuing, but we're just going to make a wonderful chicken dish that's super easy to do. Let me get some chicken. Hang on. Okay, you know, you come home from work, everything's frozen, right? So I got all this wonderful chicken here. I've got some dark meat, some white meat. I need a pot. And, oh yeah, the chicken's frozen. We're not going to worry about that too much, so there we go. Isn't that delicious sounding? There we go. Get some white meat in there also. I think that's going to be probably pretty good. Put another small piece there. And I'll buy this frozen chicken for just like this. So this is how many pieces of chicken? Well, it depends on how many people you have eating. And there's not a lot going on here. Hang on. There we go. Chicken stock. I'm going to need about a cup, maybe a cup and a half of chicken stock. All right. Let's put a flame under it. Boom, there we go. Chicken stock. Hey, come over and take a look. There we go. So, what I'm doing, I'm just putting a little bit of this chicken stock down in here. And that's only because all I need is some liquid to generate steam and transfer heat real well. Okay, so I put maybe a cup or a cup and a half in there. I didn't really measure it. I just threw some in, folks. Now, of course, barbecue flavor. I've got this barbecue sauce. I am not touting this brand, but I'm telling you, for this dish, it tastes really super good. Get the one with no sugar. And no, they did not sponsor this. They didn't give me any money for this. I'm just telling you, it tastes really good. Now, it's kind of like I'm not sponsored by salt companies, but I use it in every dish. Okay, so a little bit of salt down in there. That's all I need. That's about maybe 1/2 to 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. This, I'm going to put a lid on it. I'm going to cock the lid just a little bit. I'm going to let this stuff get kind of soft so I can stir it a little bit. And when it does and I can get to the liquid easy, I'm going to start putting in some of that barbecue sauce. And we're just going to let it sit there and slow simmer. It'll take about 1.5 hours, or you can leave it for 2 hours, just until everything thickens up really nice. So, frozen chicken, liquid inside, starting to get a little bit of steam coming off of it. I'm going to put this closed and just bring it up. And once it's simmering and the chicken has gotten a little bit softer, well, we'll stir it. All right, so as my chicken is heating up, and I just remembered, you know, I want a vegetable. I remembered I had a bundle of this, so I thought, what the heck? We'll just do some asparagus with it. If you've ever cooked asparagus, or if you're not comfortable with asparagus, what I'm doing right here is I'm snapping off the part of the asparagus that's normally very stringy. And the reason I snap it is if I bend this, it's going to snap right where it gets tender, okay? Makes it really simple for me. So that's just the way I do them all. Now this piece at the bottom, can you use it? Sure. This can go into stews or soups or anything that you'd like. You can make your vegetable broth with these little pieces down here. There we go. All right, so I'll wash this and I will have some really good asparagus to cook up in a little bit. And so you'll know my plans for the asparagus, I'm just going to simply pan sear it. So all I need is some olive oil out here, some salt. I'll probably use maybe some garlic and or onion powder on it. And it'll give me a beautiful, delicious dish to go with that chicken. Alrighty, I think I have a good temperature going on here. Oh, look at this. So, yeah, exactly what we need, just chicken cooking. Plain and simple. Now, what I'm going to do here, we're going to get some of our flavor in there. Of course, we've already got that chicken broth going on. So I'm going to put this sauce in. When I do, it's going to make the sauce a little bit too thin. So that sauce is going to have to cook down. I'm going to put the better part of a bottle in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this from this nice soupy mixture that we've created here. We're going to turn it right back into a really thick liquid. And what I'm going to do that, I'm just going to put the lid on here. We're going to leave it cocked and let it steam off. Something I did want to mention is I was adjusting my heat down to about a medium high. I'm going to want this thing to simmer at a high rate. So since I put something cold in there, I'm going to have to bring it back up in temperature. I'm going to do that covered. And as soon as it does, I'll reduce it to that medium-high temperature and leave these cooked just like so, so it steams well. All right, it won't be but just a couple of minutes to do that. All right, let's take a look at our chicken now. Oh, wow, look at this. See, like I mentioned, that sauce would get nice and thick. Oh, yeah. All that chicken flavor with it. This is exactly what I'm looking for right here. So, now I just need to take this. I'm going to put it aside. And I'm going to start my my asparagus here. Okay. Get a good high flame under that. We're going to heat that up a little bit. I don't have to get it hot enough to sear with, but I like to start my pan a little warm. On my chicken over there, right now with it being off the heat, it can just sit there and absorb that flavor. The chicken will cool down. It just improves the dish. So just let it sit for a few minutes, and it's a perfect time to take care of cooking up vegetables and things like that. By the way, the cook time on that chicken was 1.5 hours. I'm just using a little olive oil. You use whatever you want. And by the way, if you've never cooked asparagus like this, well folks, I'm telling you now, you've missed out. This is a delicious way to do asparagus. Now I have some garlic powder and onion powder that I'm going to be using on this asparagus. In this case, it's just a matter of be patient. You can either toss your asparagus, or it's a little easier really if you just use some tongs. And this will start giving us a crackling. In a little bit we'll know when it's ready because the asparagus will be nice and tender. It'll develop some color on the outside. It will be absolutely delicious. This is the best tasting way of cooking asparagus that I know of. Now it's starting to give us a little sound, huh? And like I say, you can either toss it, or if you prefer. I think the tongs are easier myself. Works really well, doesn't it? So they're just at the very beginning of developing a little color. I'm going to add the garlic powder and onion powder late in the cooking because they have a tendency to burn a little bit. And as that happens, well, it doesn't taste as good. Okay, let's take a look at this. I think it's about time to hit it. Yeah, you see how we're getting some brown on there? Oh, that's beautiful right there. That's what I'm talking about. Get a little brown going on that. That right there, folks, that makes that asparagus so doggone good. So start with just a little bit of onion powder. We don't have to saturate it, just a little bit. Little garlic powder. And same with the onion powder. You don't have to just douse it, just lightly. I'll give that just a minute more. I'll turn it once more, and then it's pretty much ready. This cooks in about 10 minutes, folks. Once the pan comes up to temperature, it's a 10-minute cook, and that's that. Make sure that you check out that pastrami video that I was doing, because today I was working hard to make that beautiful, beautiful lunch meat. Oh. There we go. Get us a nice close-up of that. Delicious. Absolutely delicious looking. Get a little of that dark meat on there also. Oh yeah, just some little nuggets of it. Some of that sauce. Heck yeah. And that sauce, when you mix it into the meat as you break it apart, that stuff is unbelievably good. Alrighty, now. Oh man. A little crunch. Deliciousness. Wait till you try it. You're gonna love this meal. It's not hard to do either. As you've seen, throw it in the pot, let it simmer, go take care of other business, and when this is ready, cook your side vegetable. Not hard. Enjoy this, folks. It's worth your time.